Hello, my name is Amy, and I'm going to take you all on a journey of what dreams may come, and faith, hope, and love. To start out with, this journey takes us on a path which I'm sure you all are familiar with. You can call it the path of the straight and narrow, you can call it life, you can call it reality, whatever, but it still remains the same. We're all on this path. We all have our own twists and our own turns of our journey. Now, what I want to do is tell you that on this path, as you all probably already know, there's a door, a locked door, let's say. And on this door, we can try as hard as we might our entire life to go around it, to go under it, to go over it, but regardless, nothing will work. You have to face it and you have to go through it. You have to figure out what it is that is your key, per se. Now, I want to take you to a little insight. I'm not going to go into full depth because there's something else that is a major reasoning behind this video. But I'm going to take you back to this first picture. This picture was actually the closest relating link that I can give you guys to dreams that I've had from the age of, let's say, 15, 16, all the way up until, honestly, a few years ago. And in this dream, I would walk out to this field, and I'd walk out to the edge, and it's important that you know in this dream that I had very long, very wavy, curly-like hair. I'm not really sure what age I was. I'm going to guess I was in maybe my 20s, late 20s. It's very hard for me to guess ages because I don't look my age. I'm only pointing that out for the fact that, like I said, it's hard for me to be able to tell how old I was in this dream. But the hair, the wavy long hair is very important, so remember that. In this dream, I would go out to this field that had purple flowers, as you can see, like this. This looks a lot like my dream, but like I said, it was more along a ledge. So I'm walking out. It's very bright. It's very warm. It's the most peaceful thing I've experienced in this dream. And I put my arms out, my head back, and this warm breeze literally goes through me, through my body, through my spirit. It's the most incredible thing ever. And I felt so at peace that tears were streaming down my face. Also, it's important to point out that during the time of all these dreams, I would also know and have this gut feeling and even dream about a man that was perfect for me, that had dark hair. He was tall, dark, and handsome, just like the fairy tales. But seriously, however, I found myself constantly crying because no matter what happened in my life, as you know, there's always dark, there's always good. We have our path. But I was unhappy. And I knew that the only way that I could experience real love was to experience the real love. So, with that being said, I went throughout my life, didn't do the best things, had hard times. I got to a point where I had given up all hope, pretty much like this picture explains. I moved to the place where I currently am now. So a few years ago I had moved, and this was recently after I lost my mother, which will be a whole nother video. But I had felt so orphaned. I had felt like I didn't belong, like this world was nothing but a prison, and there was no reason to have any hope, have any faith. And love, that seemed to be pretty much a lie. So when I moved down to this place I told you about a few years ago, I found myself constantly going out to this field. I didn't even think about going out to this field. And next thing I know, I'd be walking so fast, practically running, tears streaming down my face, getting all cut up on my legs from the thorns and thistle in this field. And I'd stop above this, right before this tree, and I'd look above it, and there'd be this bright light. And I felt this horrid, draining, sinking feeling that it was almost like this field was calling me. So I'd go out to it, and it finally got to the point where I was brave enough to go all the way up to this tree. I know that sounds silly, but it was intimidating. There was like this force that was so powerful that it kept me from going all the way up to the tree until finally I couldn't take it any longer, and I did. went all the way to this tree. I put my head back, my arms out, and I just totally caved in. And I said out loud, why don't I feel you? I don't feel anything. I don't feel God. I don't feel love. I don't feel hope. I feel orphaned. Why? And then that's when I felt and heard, as in a shaking through my whole essence, I am. It was soul shattering. It was incredible. It was amazing. It was so hard to explain to you guys. But at the same time, this warm breeze goes through me, across my body, through my soul, just like in that dream that I told you about when I was younger. So after having that huge deja vu, there were still things that were kind of course, not clicking in my life. And after that, I had hope. Also after that, I was told that a man would come to me. And I didn't know what that meant, but to my surprise, a man did come to me. And let's call him my hero, because that's what he is. He came to me at my lowest moment in life, and he prayed over me. And he prayed over me in a way that I've never felt and never experienced in my whole life. And so many bad things just melted away. And it really gave me a look into myself, into everything. And the strange thing about this was I knew instantly that this was my perfect love. The one thing that I've been dreaming about throughout my whole life. And it's kind of like when I was younger, I knew that I couldn't have this love until I gave myself to God. But I wasn't feeling him, so that's why I went to the tree, like I told you, which led me to my hero. So my hero prays over me, and he tells me how he had gone to Yellowstone the year before, which is a very odd thing because I actually knew that he was going on this journey before I even knew him. Long story, but I can't tell you guys all right now. He told me about how he went to Yellowstone, and he kept seeing A's, like this. So I say, let's go to Yellowstone. He's like, yeah, I think we need to go. So we go to Yellowstone, and there were so many places where I had the biggest deja vu because I saw purple flowers. Look, there's another A. So I'm not going to tell you all about that, but it was an amazing spiritual journey, and that's when I realized my calling, my faith, hope, and love came back to me tenfold. I'm not saying it's an easy path because it is not. It is so, so very hard, and so many things will come against you. But if you have faith, if you have hope, where you can just keep grasping for that, and you know that love is the ultimate power, the ultimate reward, anything can be done. And with that being said, I want to take you to the power of prayer, because I know through my own experience how powerful it is. In this video, I'm actually coming to you guys to ask you for a prayer request for this man that has showed me that there is so much more to life than what we're told, than what we're taught to experience. And I'm asking for a prayer request for him because he needs you all right now. He has hurt his back, and I'm asking you all for the most heartfelt prayer. Add him to prayer requests, whatever you can do, because he was there for me in my most darkest needed moment. And I'm here for him in his moment. And I know that he's helped a lot of you all. Maybe you don't know him, and if you don't know him, please pray for him anyway, because I promise you that things will come to light for you, because that's how it all works. That's how faith works. That's how the power of prayer works. And I'm just praying, please, please everyone, just keep him in your prayers. And it would mean the world to me. And I know it would mean the world to him. And I promise I'll tell you guys more about what dreams may come. I have actually a lot that I can tell you. But like I said, my main reasoning behind all this is I owe so much to this man. So please keep him in mind for your prayers. I love you all. Much love, much prayers, much peace. And thank you all for listening. God bless.